Welcome to the revolution.
Ivana Trump died in an accident. According to this article by CNBC, Ivana Trump died in seems to be a car accident from blunt impact injuries. And that was said by a New York City medical examiner. It says Ivana Trump, the first wife of ex-president Donald Trump, died in an accident as a result of suffering blunt force impact injuries to her torso. And she was 73 years old and was found dead in her Manhattan residence. So not a car accident. Died of blunt force trauma, not from a car accident. I thought it was a car accident. The first wife died in an accident as a result. How do you die from blunt impact injuries to your torso in your own apartment? The New York Attorney General's office said that it had agreed at the request of lawyers for Donald Trump and two of his children to postpone depositions scheduled for next week in light of Ivana's death. Wow, so that took a turn. I wasn't expecting that. I literally thought this was from a car accident when I pulled up the article. And it seems to be that there's probably a little bit more to it than that. It says Ivana Trump, the first wife of former President Donald Trump, died in an accident as a result of suffering blunt impact injuries to her torso. A senior New York City official with direct knowledge of the matter said the circumstances of her death are consistent with a fall on the stairs. NBC News reported the official added the death is not suspicious, says the official. Yeah, okay, bud. You fell down the stairs and died from trauma to your stomach. The official added that the death is not suspicious. Yeah, okay. The official ruling came a day after Ivana was found dead in her Manhattan residence after the New York Fire Department responded to a call from there. Earlier Friday, the New York State Attorney General's office said it had agreed to, at the request of lawyers for Donald Trump and two of his children, to postpone depositions. Geez, I would hope so. A spokesperson for the Office of the Medical Chief Examiner said that the cause of Ivana's death was blunt impact trauma and the manner of her death was accident. How do you know that? Unless that individual is literally sitting in the room with her when she falls down the stairs onto her torso and then dies from it. What? There's so many sketchy like celebrity deaths and things. Like I still feel like the Beau Biden situation is a little off. I guess he died of like brain cancer. But it still seems to me any high level official who has family or friends or they themselves die, it's always hyper suspicious to me. And this one seems very suspicious. If you know anything about the Staircase documentary on Netflix, this might have not been, the accident that they're alluding to. I would assume it's pretty difficult to fall downstairs and die from blunt trauma to your torso, right? I can see that from your head, right? If you fall down some stairs and you bash your head on some concrete or something, that makes way more sense to me than blunt force trauma to your torso. It says that Trump's divorce in 1990 was acrimonious, with both parties waging their battle in the Big Apple's tabloid newspaper, the New York Post and the New York. Yeah, seems like not the time to be discussing their divorce. Trump, 76, married his third wife, Melania, in 2005. The elder Trump, Donald Jr., and Ivanka have been set to be deposed next week by investigators. Ivanka. So the daughter. Okay. So not Ivana. James is eyeing whether the companies illegally manipulated those valuations for financial benefits, such as reduced tax or favorable loan terms. Eric Trump previously was deposed in the case, but invoked his Fifth Amendment right more than 500 times. That's a lot of times, Eric. James spokesperson on Friday said, in light of the passing of Ivana Trump, we received a request for counsel for Donald Trump and his children to adjourn all three depositions. Now, I don't know the reason why or what is going on behind the scenes here, but the fact that Trump's being deposed currently for the January 6th deal, and then also happens to have his ex-wife, just talking about the terminal list with large corporations who are killing people off so that they don't go to court and speak about something specific that would harm them, their profitability. And then the ex-wife of the president at 73, seemingly healthy individual, falls and dies from blunt trauma to her torso. Obviously, this is horrible. Regardless of where you lean politically, you should obviously have sympathy for the family. That's terrible to happen to anybody, especially in that manner, right? How long was she laying there if that was an accident? The fact that, it probably wasn't an accident, in my opinion, based on the circumstances, the timing. The fact that the most controversial figure in the world's ex-wife dies under weird circumstances, falling down the stairs, right? Probably seems like the most OG way to assassinate somebody besides showing that they killed themselves is them falling down the stairs. I don't know. Just a guy who watched a lot of murder documentaries. But it seems suspect to me. Again, terrible, horrible. If it's an accident, that's sad. It's terrible. If it's not an accident, one has to only imagine why. Who did this? Why did they do it? But it definitely seems a little, if not a lot, a bit fishy to me. The fact that you generally don't just fall down the stairs, hurt your torso, your chest, your stomach, if you didn't know what a torso was, and also die as a result of that trauma. What did you fall into that caused that trauma? You know, are you falling flat on the floor? Like, it makes no sense to me. This is super suspect. And again, terrible for the family, terrible for the individuals involved. But very, very sad and very, very suspect situation to have occurred here. But I don't know what to make of it yet. I guess time will tell, and maybe it won't, as we saw with Epstein, because, you know, the situations that happen here, the same individuals who would do something like this, if the terminal list is right, have enough power, have enough wielding in the legal system to where nobody would ever find this out. They would pay off the, you know, who did they say the expert added the death was not suspicious. I don't know. Seems super suspicious, but to be not suspicious, right? The fact that they just, within a day, before even any information comes out about how it happened, why it happened, you know, I'm sure if you're Ivana Trump, you have dozens of cameras in your Manhattan loft mansion. I don't know. I would assume, right? I know everybody on the damn street here has a ring on their door, right? You don't think that Ivana Trump, billions of dollars, has a few cameras in her house? And maybe if she does, they will release them. But I wouldn't hold your breath. This goes on to say, this is a secondary article that I clicked on that said that they said that it was not suspicious. Let's see if it has any more information surrounding the actual event. It talks about Ivana a little bit. It says Ivana Trump was a survivor. She fled from communism and embraced this country. She taught her children about grit, toughness, compassion, and determination. She will be dearly missed by her mother, her 3 children, and 10 grandchildren. So, sad, just in general, regardless of where you lean or who you believe in or what you think politically. 73-year-old falling down the stairs and dying from stomach trauma definitely comes with its own suspicions.